Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the all-new 2022 Hyundai Veloster N, and funny enough, this is actually the only version of the Veloster that they're selling right now, so pretty crazy. That all being said, let's get right into the review. Start things off with the Veloster N. So under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through either a dual clutch automatic that's an 8-speed or a 6-speed manual. This one has the dual clutch automatic. It's good for 275 horsepower and then 260 pound-feet of torque. So the one thing I will mention though about the automatic is now with the Elantra N, if you get the Veloster N with the automatic, it's like, whatever, I just get an Elantra N, but the big thing with the Veloster is obviously going for the manual transmission. Anyways, you can see the LED lights here at the front, and then you can see the darker accenting there, and I think it looks really cool in contrast to the blue that's like a special color for the N packages. You can see the whole front grille is blacked out except for the Hyundai logo that's in chrome to make it pop out a little bit more. And then you can see the accenting down below to contrast, and then more of the blue. And overall, I think it's still a good-looking car. You guys know that I said in the launch review that I feel like that's the best-looking car. That's why I kind of showed it so you guys can see the kind of like difference. I feel like that looks a little bit more modern, a little bit sharper. But I think the Veloster still, has its appeal. You can see here at the wheel, mostly closed off, actually. It's pretty interesting, all blacked out. And then you've got the silver trim there on the openings to make it accent that more red brake caliper as well as part of the N package. And then you guys can see here the kind of the venting makes it look a little bit more aggressive. And then again, we've got the orangish red or reddish orange, whatever you want to call it there on the side. Blacked out mirrors as well. And then you guys can see here with the 3-door appearance right there on the side. So the third door is on the passenger side. The driver's side doesn't have a door for the rear. So if you're wondering on that in terms of access, like that. And then I point out the body line because that looked pretty cool. And then you can see here just how aggressive the side skirt looks. And then you got another N logo. There's N logos everywhere on the car. It's cool they have the carbon fiber there on the side. And then you've got the, pretty aggressive spoiler there on the top of the roof. And, pop into the rear, it looks pretty, I love the taillights. I think they look pretty cool. Notice the opening for the hatch is right there at the bottom of the windshield wiper, which is a unique Veloster thing. Sorry about the camera freaking out just because of the low lighting. But you can see here storage space is pretty good. Got the cargo cover as well. And I think they did a good job with that. And easy to throw down the hatch also, I remember. So, it's a decently practical car. Definitely love the taillights. They're really unique looking from an appearance perspective. You can see another N logo there with the Veloster logo down below. Oh, I was doing that because the hatch didn't look like it was closed. It's kind of weird, so I just made sure it was. And then you can see here at the very bottom, again, with the reddish orange, orangish red, whatever you want to call it, and then the aggressive exhaust tips, diffuser as well. There's a lot going on down there in the back. I thought all of it looked, pretty good. And again, it kind of lends to the aggressive theme of the N package. And popping over here to the passenger side so we can open up the third door. You can see pretty basic from a material standpoint with the door panel itself. So I was knocking on it because it was just plastic. But the seats actually looked pretty good. So you can see here you've got the seat belts that match the exterior color. And then you got the inserts in the center of the seats and then all of the stitching and padding on the outside. Legroom is, small, but again, smaller size car, so it's kind of what you expect. And then going from that to the driver's side, which you can see doesn't have a door there, and the driver door is actually bigger than the passenger door for the front. So the passenger door is like a regular car door, whereas the driver door is like the size of what you'd expect in like a 2-door car. So it's kind of an interesting thing with the Veloster. You can see all the window controls, all that fun stuff, and then the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. Another N logo, can never have enough of those. And then another one on the seat, of course, that's illuminated. And the front seats are very nice. I love the piping there in the center and the bolstering. I think all of it looks really good. And then the seats are manually adjustable. And you can see, again, another N logo. Got the 2-pedal layout because, again, it's just the automatic. A few controls there off to the side like the lane departure. And popping into the car, you guys can see the steering wheel definitely looks great from a design standpoint. Got the N logo again. Really nice perforated leather on the side. You got the paddle shifters there on the back with the cruise control, steering assist. And then you guys can see with the steering wheel itself, get like the N modes basically. And that's a cool part of the N package is you get like specific modes for the N car. Got the center gauge cluster there, and notice that mostly analog, and then you got a screen there in the center, and then you've got the smaller infotainment system now for Hyundai, which does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Response time on the screen's great. It's cool that you can see all the performance stuff with the infotainment system. I think that's a nice thing. Notice you have that N mode there with the infotainment system as well. And then down below you can see analog controls for like the radio, and then analog controls for the climate system, just single zone climate. Got some USBs, shifter for that dual clutch automatic there in the center. Got, of course, another N logo right there as well. Can never have enough of that. Got a regular brake, a couple cup holders. And you can see the center console. And then with the glove box, you know, storage space is pretty normal. And then it has a manual mirror dimmer. Then you can see a little sunglass holder. No center for anything like that. And also the interior is, you know, relatively small. Like it's not massive, so just kind of understand that. But yeah, that is the Veloster N. Why don't you guys let me know which N car you like the most. So we are setting off in the Trax, and we are just going to do a little short drive today in the Trax. Look at that Wrangler. That thing looks pretty cool. But let's actually get up and move here with this thing. So first off, turbo's kind of peppy. Turbo's definitely kind of peppy. Brakes feel normal as well. Steering wheel actually feels nice. Something you don't expect in this segment. Again, this is all about, you know, low cost of entry. And so, yeah, that's definitely a pleasant surprise. And we'll get our full-blown acceleration here. Ooh, torque steers a little bit. It's all-wheel drive, but you can still kind of feel it. Acceleration's pretty good, actually. And the 6-speed automatic's decent. It's not as good as some of Chevy's other transmissions, like their 10-speed, but I feel like it gets the job done. So that's a plus if you ask me. And let's see what the handling's like. We're gonna do our this is our test track down here in Provo. We're gonna do our go around the roundabout all the way, so I can kind of see how it turns. Yeah, it does a good job. I always wonder what people at the dealerships think when I like go full circle several times. They're like, what is this person on? Yeah, so it's great. Let's get into setting things up here with this Trax. So first off, exterior wise, I wouldn't necessarily call it a beautiful vehicle, but it's practical, right? It's got a decent amount of space here in the interior. And so again, it's more of function over form rather.